Since 1928, San Clemente has offered the quintessential Southern California lifestyle. Now home to nearly 70,000 people and a destination for thousands of visitors, we are always looking for ways to make our town even better. An area of improvement our residents have identified is the type of local health care options. In a recent city survey, most residents understand our town does not have a hospital, but not many residents understand how much effort the city has made to recruit a new hospital provider to San Clemente. While 83% of survey respondents are in favor of creating a new hospital in San Clemente, and many would even support the use of taxpayer funds to build a local hospital, it is critical to understand the city's history on these important issues before we can work together to find solutions to what so many say is an unmet need. In 2014, Memorial Care Health Systems informed the city that they were exploring the opportunity to transition their San Clemente Hospital at 654 Camino de los Mares into a healthcare campus refocused on outpatient health and wellness services. The city responded by creating a hospital advisory committee to conduct further research and educate the community on Memorial Care's intentions. Over the next year, the community rallied together to fight against the closure of San Clemente Hospital, citing the local need for an emergency room. Ultimately, in 2015, Memorial Care made the decision to transition the campus to an advanced urgent care facility with outpatient and wellness services. The local hospital closed on May 31, 2016. The city's reaction to this decision was multifaceted. In 2015, state legislation was introduced by San Clemente's state legislators, Senator Pat Bates and Assemblyman Bill Breaux, to allow for a freestanding emergency room in San Clemente. In California, it is illegal to operate freestanding emergency rooms. Emergency rooms must be part of a full-service hospital. Memorial Care was open to this remedy, but the legislation could not garner enough support, so the state's prohibition remains to this day. In 2016, the city of San Clemente changed the land use designation of the former hospital site, which would encourage the maintenance of the hospital and establish a regional hospital zone. Memorial Care claimed this action was an infringement on their rights as property owners. The city of San Clemente evaluated the financial feasibility of costs associated with remodeling or rebuilding the existing hospital building on the Memorial Care property and annual cost of operating that remodeled hospital with an emergency room. The evaluation included consultations with other healthcare providers to recruit another provider to San Clemente who would purchase the San Clemente hospital site and pledge to operate a hospital with an emergency room. Current and former San Clemente council members met with numerous nationally recognized healthcare systems. While all healthcare systems saw the value of our community, none believed their healthcare system could create a financially viable operational model. The city explored other publicly owned properties in the city of San Clemente on which a new hospital could be built. Then in 2020, the city published a Request for Proposals, RFP, seeking a contractor to partner with the city to redevelop and operate an acute care facility at the former hospital site. The city received a couple letters of interest, but not a single proposal. After tours of the former hospital site, both parties that submitted a letter of interest determined this: that rehabilitating the facility was infeasible and operators would not take on costs for new construction. Additionally, during this process, the city's research showed the possibility of acquiring the property to be cost-prohibitive due to high litigation costs. The city met with other California public hospital districts to research the process for building and operating a local hospital with public funds and within the parameters of a California public hospital district. The City Council Hospital Subcommittee has worked to reestablish a positive relationship with Memorial Care Health Systems. That effort paved the way to reduce costs that the city would have otherwise incurred as a result of a June 2019 settlement of all litigation with Memorial Care. In that legal settlement, the city agreed to restore the previous zoning to the Camino de los Mares property. So where do we go from here? The recent survey on attitudes towards the local availability of quality healthcare showed that the majority of residents continue to want to have a local emergency room and hospital in town. It is clear from the years spent trying to recruit another healthcare system that a local hospital would have to be built and operated at public expense. Not only would taxpayer funds need to be used to build a hospital, but history has shown that operational costs would be borne by the San Clemente taxpayer as well. As we think about the future of healthcare in San Clemente, it is clear we need to engage in a new, robust community conversation about alternative healthcare options that would meet our residents' needs. As we do, there are 5 things our community must consider together. The abundant research and assertive action already undertaken by the city from 2014 to today. how emergency healthcare services are currently being provided to San Clemente residents, the risks and benefits of publicly funding and operating a public hospital, consideration of new additional healthcare services now being provided in town by private healthcare systems, how healthcare innovations have changed the way healthcare is provided. So, what can you do to be a part of this important community conversation? Register your interest in this topic and sign up for relevant updates and news by emailing us, healthcare@san-clemente.org. Participate in the upcoming public meetings on this important topic. Share this video with your friends and neighbors. It's time for our community to come together to build a future in which we are all confident in our access to quality healthcare. San Clemente is a wonderful place to call home, and together, we can make it even better.